If you're at this video, hopefully you watched part 1 of how you can use DeltaMath effectively for math examples in your classroom. In part 1, I talked about the importance of examples and way DeltaMath supports students in ensuring that they're learning by looking at plenty of math examples in a math classroom. In this video, I want to dig a little bit deeper into places that DeltaMath doesn't meet the needs of students and ways that you can supplement that for your own classroom. One of the pros of DeltaMath is that it gives multiple examples. If students click on any of the subjects, for example, identify angles with terminology, they can continue to get questions until they understand the concept, and that's really important. However, research shows that it is important for students not just to get multiple examples, but also to have high variability with their examples. Now, high variability is important because it allows students to choose the problem-solving technique, and that helps them understand and remember and recall the information better. DeltaMath doesn't necessarily do this very well because, as you can see, it splits each subject into different categories. So when students click on name angles, they know that they're getting questions about naming angles, and it only tests them on that one skill. You can't mix and match questions where students get a random group of a bunch of different questions. So you want to be careful about that. Because if students are able to just choose one skill at a time and kind of copy that down, they're not going to get that deep understanding. The second thing that DeltaMath doesn't do is that with questions that require several steps, it doesn't require any building blocks to get there. The example I want to look at for this one, I'm going to return to my teacher account. I'm going to view it as a student sample page, and I'm going to look at my AP Calculus examples. So for example, when I teach use substitution, so when we learn about use substitution, I use DeltaMath to help students practice. However, the students get a question that looks like this. If you look at the solution, you can see all of the different steps that it takes to substitute. Now, it is great that students are provided with this as an explanation, but there's no part of DeltaMath which has a student submit an answer step by step to move on to the next part. And research shows that if students are doing step-by-step solutions, pausing and identifying each answer or each part of the solution and knowing the reason for it is an incredibly important part of their learning process. Finally, something that's shown to be effective for students is not just doing questions to get them to correct, but also studying errors to make sure to see if they're incorrect. DeltaMath doesn't do this. Their open-ended questions are pretty limited, even with their application questions, and there are no places where students have to study for errors. These types of examples are incredibly important parts of the student learning process. So if you want your students to see lots of examples, DeltaMath is perfect. If you want them to get support and watch videos and see worked out solutions, DeltaMath works really well. If you need clear prompts to help the students answer the question, DeltaMath is where to go. However, DeltaMath should not be your one-stop tool because it's really important that students see high variability and they can choose their problem-solving techniques. They can compare the differences between problems. They see building blocks and understand step-by-step solutions and are shown that work. And finally, are given a variety of questions, including open-ended questions and ones where they can identify errors. Watch more of my videos so you can see places and tools where you can find examples which meet the needs that DeltaMath doesn't. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel below to get more teaching tips based on best research and that can be implemented in your classroom immediately. Have a great day.